Thank you so much for allowing me to be here, Pastor. Man, it's so important when you get up and stop sitting on your gifts. God gave me a word. He said, it's time for you to rise up and put your mantle back on because I called you to be a king, but you've been answering to the wrong thing. This shirt that I have on, it says, Rise Up King, because I once showed up as rejected, but he said, because you chose me, now everywhere you go, you're respected. I grew up with my mother and my father, but the thing about it is my father was present in the home, but he was absent in his tone. So I became tone deaf to his presence. And it made me shy more towards my mother. And then I struggled with my masculinity. And so my father showed me, he said, I love you. I just don't like what I see when I see you. And so he showed up every day when I saw him with a conflict. I love my son, but I don't like what I see when I see my son. And so I struggled for years through that. Because how many people know that every young king needs affirmation from their father? It doesn't matter what the world says about you. When your father says, son, you got this. I believe in you. You're so awesome. Or you're the king that I'll never be. That's why it's so important for us to rise up and do the work. Because what I didn't know, I didn't find out this until later on in my life. My father struggled with something. He was touched as a young boy. And he never let me know. So he gave me the pain by default because he did not have the courage enough to rise up enough to face that thing. And so how many things are we holding on to that we're giving to our children and we're seeing in them and we're just like, I don't even like what I see in you. But they're like, I didn't even ask for this. You gave this to me because you couldn't rise up. You gave this to me because you couldn't be the king that God needed you to be. That's why you got to stand for something. Because if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. You'll answer to anything. God said you're answering to the wrong thing. You're answering to a follower, but God said I birthed you to be a leader. You're answering to dead people. God said I birthed you to be an active dad. You showing up as an employee, and God said I called you CEO. So I employ every young man in here, every man in here to rise up because it's people that need you. It's not going to be easy. Life going to happen. But when you make the stance that I'm going to struggle, but I'm going to struggle up and I'm going to do it God's way. I'm going to do it for real this time because it's that young man that's looking at me. My son needs me, but so does his son because he's not brave enough. But I chose the courage. I got the strength, so I'm going to rise up for him. So I want to leave y'all with that. We got to show up differently so we can respond differently. Some of y'all have been answering to the wrong things. God said that you've been showing up as Luke and you've been showing up warm. But I called you to be a king. And I called you to show up strong. Stop showing up as Luke, being warm with everything. That's not going to change generations. You're too warm for anything to produce. You're showing up too warm. Y'all just sitting there, y'all too warm. That's not going to break the chain. It's too warm. It's not going to cause devils to flee. It's too warm. I need y'all to show up hot. God said, because I'll spit you out. You're too warm. That's why the struggle has been a struggle. It's not enough force. It's not enough fire. It's too warm. So I just want to thank you this opportunity. Y'all had to see me today. But I was so busy consumed by how to pay a bill. And God said, I shall supply all your needs. God said, tell me that you trust me without telling me that you trust me. Because I hear you say it. But you're showing up differently when you're handling me these situations. You trust me with that, but you don't trust me with your young king. You trust me with that, but you don't trust me that I'm going to provide for you. So that's all I have for you. I want y'all to really understand y'all came here. It's for a reason. Y'all came here to be shifted. And so you can rise up. Put your mantle back on, queen. Put your mantle back on, king. We need you. It's women out here that's struggling because they've been praying for you to show up. You so busy trying to figure out you all down here with it. God said, I need you to rise up. You're struggling because you're too low. God said, let me take you up. Let me rise you up. It's too low down here. Nothing translates down here. It's speaking a foreign language that you don't even comprehend down here. Let me rise you up. In the mighty name of Jesus. Rise up, King.